Architectural Builders Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
I've got a customer, and we actually do fire door inspections, and they have a Amweld door that's labeled with two different labels and two different serial numbers on the same door, and they're both Mylar labels. Have you seen that before?
Yeah, sure. I mean, one could be a fire rating and the other can be a smoke label, or one could be a fire rating and the other can be a surface-mounted hardware label.
Well, and I've seen that too. I've seen that too, but this one it's basically one of them says 90 minutes and the other says 3 hour. So, and I haven't ever made issue of it. Because I just think of it as a label as an achievement, right? So if it's achieved 90 minutes, maybe, and this is probably a 40 to 60-year-old door, so who knows what happened 60 years ago and why there's two labels. But one of their EOC folks have made issue of it, and so I was like, well, I've never really come across that very often where I see a rating of different, where it says 90, then it also says 3 hour. We just make sure that it's, 3/4 of the value of the wall that it's serving. And that's pretty much what we look at, during our inspection. So I just didn't know.
That there's two labels on there, I mean, I wouldn't bat an eye at it so long as, like you said, the assembly meets the requirements per established code.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering if you've seen something, because basically I got to respond. This guy has kind of made it over the top. He's basically telling the hospital that it's going to lead to jeopardy, which I don't know if you know much about Joint Commission, but I mean jeopardy is like serious, a serious thing. Like you're really putting life, immediate jeopardy to life. And I'm like, dude, this is two labels. It's like, it's not. So it's anyway, I was just trying to find something either in the code, and I looked in NFPA 80 just to make sure that there's, if there's something that, thou shall not, have duplicate labels or, conflicting labels. I just did, and I saw your YouTube and could tell that you knew a lot about labels on fire doors. So
yeah, I've not seen a condition where the door was labeled with a 3 hour and a 90 minute. It is, in my opinion, it's all to do about nothing. You can either lock horns or just say, here's the price for a new door.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Well, I have a friend that says, would you rather be right or rather be done? So,
yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm telling the maintenance technician. I said, hey, look, we just pretty much need to blow this guy off because I can't even really find anything definitive.
Yeah, so there's nothing in doing your multi-point audit that would disqualify the door for having that information. And it could be that the door was originally 3 hour, but there was something on the opening that was clearly not compliant. So someone relabeled the door by adding a label, and least common denominator.
Well, right, and if doors are like frames, like the door is encased in sheetrock, with standard metal studs, etc., and it's not encased in cinder block or concrete, so it can't achieve. Technically, I know a frame can't achieve 3 hour without it being encased in, basically concrete.
No, that's not.
So that's not true.
No, you could do you could do 4 layers of rock.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, but that could have been it. It could have been, that thing could have been labeled 3 hour, but the wall construction's not 3 hour, and someone said, well, I'll fix that. We'll get over here and relabel this as 90 minute and be done with it. And they didn't remove the 3 hour label. You could also, who's the manufacturer of the door?
Amweld.
Oh, okay, so they're gone. Yeah, you obviously don't want to remove that label.
Well, and that was my contention. I was like, well, I mean, this is stupid anyway to even be talking about it. But but at the same time, he sent it all the way up to the COO about it. So it's like, well, I got to respond some way. So, but that helps me.
My response would be in my educated, certified position, so long as the door met the minimum requirements of the assembly met the minimum requirements of 2 hours of the wall, 75% of the wall construction, we're good. Option B for to establish peace of mind, here's the cost of a door that will have a label that will indicate X minutes. And let the guy decide if having that label on there is worth the several hundreds of dollars.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. And just for my education, real quick. So I guess I've done classes and researched the fire door frame. So you're saying that basically a fire door frame can achieve 3 hours even encased in sheetrock, as long as it's got.
Yeah, you do 6 1/8 wall construction. A 3 5/8 metal stud and 4 layers of rock. Obviously it depends on local code, but in Chicago, where I spent a lot of my career, that would be kosher.
Okay. All right. Well, I've just kind of been saying it's got to be encased in concrete. But in healthcare, the most that we're going to see is pretty much a 2 hour. We rarely ever see anything bigger than that. So, or higher rating. But all right, man. Well, I appreciate it. I just found you, Googled and saw your video there, and I could tell you're a whiz kid. So I appreciate the help, man.
Let me know how it turns out. I'd very much like to know.
Yes, sir. I sure will, man.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Bye-bye.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.